Meanwhile, things are looking good in Jerry and Howard's neighborhood. Why, one of America's top realtors says that could be very good news for you. Through the roof. New home sales soaring 27% last month, the biggest monthly jump since 1963. The high end also on a high in the ritzy Hamptons on Long Island, for example. Prices and sales both rising sharply in the first quarter. Dolly Lenz says that's a good sign. Dolly, of course, one of the top real estate brokers in the country. And she is year in and year out through good and bad markets alike. Not too shabby. So, Dolly, you've been kind of standing out from your realtor brethren here because you've not been drinking the Kool-Aid. You've not been convinced things are turning. This changed your view?
Well, this made it a little rosier. So today it's a little rosier. It didn't totally change a view. You know, it has to last, right? It can't be one statistic. It has to continue.
But I looked at this number in the aggregate. We're going to get to some of your specifics. But a lot of this was buoyed by the expiration of a housing credit.
Oh, there's no question. I'd say the majority of it is, and we'll see. We'll pay for it in the summer when it's over.
Do you argue there's such a thing as trickle down in real estate, that the top end's doing well, the rest does well?
There is some trickle down, but it's not tremendous as a result of the lack of financing. In the old days, there was a lot of trickle down. Today, that's not so much the case.
The reason why I mention it, because I know you cater to that crowd, and that crowd's percolating, particularly out in the Hamptons. We've got some examples here. In Southampton, you got a $34.5 million home on the market.
On the ocean.
On the ocean.
Lovely home, right next to, right on the beach in a beautiful location.
And how is it going to get that price?
No, but it'll get the high 20s.
Really?
Yeah, so that's a big number.
Okay, this one is a $1.6 million property. Oh, that's like a closet for you.
Well, this one actually closed.
It did?
This is a real number, yeah.
And did it get the
yes,
asking price?
It did. It got the 1.6.
Well, that's because it could fit in someone's bathroom. Now you have the $4.5 million deal. How's this puppy doing?
This is a terrific house in Southampton Village, in the estate section, on Lee Avenue, a terrific location.
But not on the ocean?
No, no. But the estate section.
That's a big deal there.
Yes.
It is still location within location.
Well, the highest sale price this year, though, was off ocean.
Okay. And this Emmagansett, nearly $9 million property. What's the story there?
You know, right by the ocean as well. You know, a great location, a great house. And
Who's buying all these homes?
Still mostly financiers.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Any Goldman guys?
Yeah, I'm sure there are.
Because you might want to catch those checks. What about any entertainers? Or, in other words, are people getting back to spending on these big places? Or?
You know, they're making decisions with their money, and they're saying, you know what, I want to spend my summer somewhere. The volcano's making me possibly not go to Europe this year. I want to have something.
Doesn't that kill you?
Yeah, it's amazing.
Planning to go on that little volcano.
Can you imagine?
Right. So there's more interest in this.
A lot more interest.
How do these guys get financed? Or do they pay for it in cash? What?
Well, they're able to get financing through private banks, so it's not quite the issue that other people have.
So their own little banks?
Well, not so little.
Really?
Yes.
This is an own little world for these guys, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a nice world.
Yeah, yeah. And you are part of
the aspirational world.
Absolutely. Dolly, thank you very, very much. Dolly Lenz, realtor to the stars here. I thought we were out of time, Dolly. We're not. I had to ask you a nagging question about New York, and I have a theory on big cities. We're told rents are going up again, and that could be a precursor to a comeback in real estate, period. Do you buy that?
Well, it's always a buy versus rent scenario. Most people actually sit down and do that calculation, so definitely, if rents go up, people decide, well, maybe I should buy. So always the case, yes.
So there's enough dots here to connect that real estate's coming back.
Yeah, it's coming back, but it has to stay back. You know, in other words, one quarter does not the year make, or the decade for that matter. So it's really a question of continuing to hold the trend. And will we continue to hold a trend? That's the question.
Your gut, yes or no?
My gut is that through November and the election, we'll possibly hold a trend, and afterwards we'll see.
Good stuff. Dolly Lenz, Uber Realtor.